It's been a minute since I've done one of these personal style reflection videos. I like to just sit back, relax, grab a cup of coffee or tea, and chit-chat about our personal style journeys. Today, I'm specifically talking about the impact social media has had on my personal style and on my shopping habits. Perfect. Fashion should be fun. It's an amazing way to express yourself, your personality, and even your values. And in this day and age with social media, we have the ability to share a little bit of our personal style to the world online. We can even find a community of people whose style we resonate with. But unfortunately, I have found that the social media culture has really turned fashion into a game of who can keep up with trends the best. It's a heavy push on micro trends, consumerism, and frankly, everybody's dressing the same. So how has this happened? I feel like there's two aspects to social media that has really pushed this negative influence. Number one is the algorithm. Being in the marketing field for a few years, it's really understandable how the algorithm pushes trends. When something is well received, it's shown to more people. If something else is posted that's similar to what's already doing well, that will also be shown to more people. That's why if you post a trend, most likely it'll get a lot of views because it's trending. But what happens is your feed is full of the same thing over and over again until we get sick of it and the cycle starts all over again with another trend. And when it comes to clothing and fashion, this means that you're seeing the same outfits over and over again. This means that you're seeing the same items to buy over and over again. And whether we like it or not, it can be subtle. Seeing that again and again, especially on your favorite influencers or just your favorite people that you're following, that is going to entice you to also make the purchase, and you don't want to miss out and you want to fit in. It's very simple how it appeals to that fear of missing out and just that subtle, just seeing it again and again and again. A second thing about social media is that you have to remember it is a marketing platform. A lot of times we forget this, but all of these platforms now, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, all have a way for you to now make purchases within the app. So their goal isn't just to get you to stay on the platform longer, they actually want to get you to spend money. So posts that push making purchases and frankly consumerism will obviously do well because that's the platform's goal. An example of this is with the idea of these micro trends on social media. There's nothing wrong with fashion trends in my opinion. To say that a color is trending for the season, I think is nice to keep up to date, keep things fresh. But the problem is that social media takes a trend like the color red, and it's not just about wearing the color red. Now you need to have this exact bag from this exact brand or a dupe of that brand, and that's what the trend is. The trend is attached to a specific item that you have to purchase. And that really, first of all, takes out individuality, but also it pushes consumerism. And seeing this over and over and over and over again can get very tiresome. So how was my personal style suffering when it came to the algorithm and consumerism on social media? Well, for one, I was feeling so uninspired. Seeing these same looks over and over again, some creators I just genuinely could not tell apart. And I know that they're their own people, they have their own personality, but as a casual viewer, some of the content just seemed the same. Their makeup, their hair, and their clothes was the same. I also felt like a stylish outfit was no longer about if it was put together well or if I felt confident in it. It was about if it had the it girl pieces, if it was trendy. I was on this constant hamster wheel of trying to keep up with trends, never feeling happy with what I owned, and frankly, fashion just wasn't fun anymore. And as a content creator, I feel like I got the other side of it too. I'm obviously trying to make sure that my content is relevant, keep up with everybody. And one person said this so well in another video essay. She was like, influencers are just influencing themselves. When you see another influencer purchase something or do a brand collab, you feel like in order to keep up, to stay relevant, you have to do the same thing. So now all these influencers are dressing the same, are doing the same collabs, and so on. And it just wasn't fun. Like, I just really wasn't enjoying fashion anymore. And the main reason I made this channel, which was to inspire you to make the most of less, was really dying out. This video isn't just all doom and gloom. I want to talk about the steps that I took to really find my personal style again and not let trends or social media just completely take over my wardrobe. The first thing I had to do was limit my social media consumption. As I mentioned before, whether or not we like to admit it, these social media apps are marketing platforms. They want you to buy something. So we would be lying to ourselves if we said, well, we're following the right people, we're doing all this stuff. Spending a lot of time on these social media apps will end up having an effect on your shopping habits. Because remember, even if you don't follow people that do hauls, you still see advertisements and so on. So I did kind of just create limits for myself daily, and I looked for inspiration elsewhere. I do a volunteer work in my downtown area, and I love looking at the streetwear. People headed to work, their outfits. I feel like I get the most inspiration from there because it's nice to see like real life outfits and to see what people in my hometown are wearing. Another thing that I did was I was careful with who I was following online. Now I'm still trying to clean out my following, but I just kind of had to take a step back from creators who posted like clothing hauls every single week. Don't get me wrong, I think that clothing hauls have their place. They're good when you have the intent to buy. But if I'm watching a clothing haul every week and I have no intent on buying anything, or I'm even trying to do like a no buy challenge, that is not going to help. It's going to be dangerous. So I had to take a step back and try to find creators that focused more on styling. I love videos where they show you how to style one piece many ways, or they talk about their favorite items to wear, or just you can tell that they wear the same things over and over again because frankly, that's like a normal person. We're not constantly buying new clothes, but we make the most of what we already have. I also had to kind of take a step back and make sure I wasn't being influenced too much. When I saw something I liked online, I asked myself, do I like this or do I just like the person wearing it? Would I have bought this on my own, or is it just because I've seen it a few times on the feed? When you are honest and open with these questions, it can really stop you from making purchases that you'll later regret. I hope this video gave you a little food for thought. I have had this in my drafts for the past few months, and I'm just so happy to like get it off my chest and to just be honest when it comes to personal style and my own personal journey. I'd love to know how you feel about this topic. Do you think that social media has affected your personal style, your shopping habits? And if so, what have you done? If not, why do you feel that way? I personally would love to know in the comments. I can't wait to see you all in the next video. I thank you so much for your support, and till next time, bye.